This is an information session of this certificate program called FIT, Finance, Innovation and Technology. And I like to start with a quote. It's a quote, it's not mine, it's a quote by the Institute for the Future and the Dell Corporation. And the quote is a study they did, and it says that 85% of the jobs that will exist in 15 years have not been invented yet. This is a statement, it's a very powerful statement that describes very well with two numbers what we're going through in terms of disruption in the employment sector. This is not specific to finance, this is across the board in everything. Jobs are being created and destructed very rapidly by technology. And this has an impact in the financial sector, which is why we created this program. Technology revolution changes the financial sector, is changing the financial sector. You're all aware of that. And this creates some tensions in the industry. Both employers as well as employees feel that. Employees run the risk of becoming obsolete, and employers run the risk of losing their best people. So in this context, we wanted to create a new program because business models in the financial sector are changing, and everything is changing. There's new requirements for jobs, and we don't have sufficient scale in the market for that. Here's a study done by McKinsey that shows the rate of increase of the adoption of technology in the financial sector. This is very steep, and this is creating, perhaps this is the source of tensions for the employment sector. We're all part of that, we all understand this, and we wanted to do something about this. So we created our certificate, our FIT certificate, Finance, Innovation and Technology, done by universities and financial institutions working together, as I will show you today, so we can speed up the development of knowledge in this area, which is at the crossroads between finance, innovation, and technology. The focus of this is not learning for the sake of learning, is learning to help transition into a successful career. And everybody's going to have to do this every so often. If 85% of the jobs will disappear, that means that everybody's in a permanent search of what that next career move is going to be. Everything is happening at a very rapid pace. This program has been designed to help people with those changing conditions, dealing with the modernism that is affecting the financial sector. Our vision is to create a highly recognized postgraduate professional certification for the financial industry. We will focus on all of the areas that are arising from digitization, whether it's blockchain, whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's machine learning, data science, or any others, but always very rooted in the business of the financial sector, as you will see. So the program is a combination of a training program and a certification program. The training program is delivered by the Center of Finance, Innovation and Technology, which is based in Toronto, although all of our participants are worldwide. We have participants from every continent on Earth right now. The curriculum that we deliver so that our participants can benefit from these changing conditions is structured in three levels. Level 1, Level 2, Level 3. Level 1 is the most basic one. Level 3 is the most advanced one. Each level is delivered over 24 weeks, which is roughly 6 months. And every level has 2 modules. This is very important. I need to address this. Each level has a module which is more technical, which lasts about 3 months, and another one which is more focused on the business that lasts another 3 months. This is very important. This program is not a program only on technology. This program is obviously not a program only on the business, it's both. A lot of our participants, we've been doing this for about a year, a lot of our participants come from one of those sides of the business. Some people come from technology, they want to know what the business is because that's how they grow inside the business. This is what gives their employment longevity. And the people in the business, they like to know about the technology because this is what is disrupting their day-to-day work. So by having these two modules brought into each level, we facilitate that everybody has good access and good grasp of what is happening in the financial sector. I'm not going to go through the elements that we do there, but if you look through this in detail, and this is on our website, you will see that the program is a combination of AI, machine learning, and mathematics on the one hand, and ethical professional standards, risk management, asset management, investment management, derivative pricing, regulation technologies, and so on and so forth on the other side. By blending them together, we make a very robust program, one that is structured so that busy people can take it. We are very aware that a lot of our participants are employed in the industry and they're very busy. They have a lot of work to do. We've structured everything so that with an 8-hour per week budget, people can progress through the ranks of this program. 8 hours a week through our conversations with our industrial partners is something that is doable, and this will ensure that people stay current with events. This includes also the development of some business cases and some projects which are developed in groups by the participants. The group development is a very interesting aspect of this because it brings together people of many different countries, of many different industries, in the common goal of learning what finance and technology have in common and what they are doing to each other. This we built has been done on the one hand through a university network. I have here some of the university lecturers that we have in our program. University of Toronto, which is where I am from, but also the Technical University of Munich in Germany, ETH Zurich in Switzerland, Australian National University in Australia, Florida International University in the United States, and so on and so forth. And on the industrial partner network, these are some of the names, not all, some of the names who participate in this program. You have Allianz, Talanx, UBS, BlackRock, and so on and so forth. These are some of the partners that we work with. And all of this is being developed with the educational partnership of the Fields Institute. The Fields Institute is one of the preeminent institutes in the world. Its name is shared with the Fields Medal, which is the highest honor a mathematician can earn today in the world, and they are the ones who issue the certificate. So this offering contains on the one hand the preparation program, and the other one is the certification program. The certification program is done by the Fields Institute. The preparation program is done by the Center of Finance, Innovation and Technology, FIT. Our partners are companies, and this program brings them access to highly qualified employees with the right skill set, some cost savings for sending their employees to our program, and this results, in our experience, in increased job satisfaction and loyalty for these professionals with very high potential. The curriculum we've developed is of very high business relevance and is an agile reflection of the latest market trends. And this is how our program is structured. We've been running this program for about a year, just over a year and a few months. And the participants are typically individuals with strong analytical and problem-solving skills. They have experience in the financial sector, and education in some of the sciences, sometimes in economics or management. We do need a basic knowledge of digital technologies and analytics. The rest can be acquired in the program, and they oftentimes experience in documenting technical data requirements. But I have to say, this does not preclude people that come from the business side who want to know what is happening in the technology side of the business, which is disrupting what they are doing, and are looking to have a deeper knowledge in statistics, quantitative analysis, and portfolio management, risk analysis, and so on and so forth. Here's a sample of some of the business divisions of origin of our participants. This is not an exhaustive list, but it'll give you an idea that the participants in our program, they run from business analysts to data scientists to finance managers, budget and forecasting managers, people in treasury, people in risk management, people in asset management, people in information technology, and even people in customer experience management. All of these are areas which are being disrupted by technology. Just look at ChatGPT and what large language models are doing to most businesses. They're affecting the financial sector too, and these are the professions that best benefit from what we're doing. The delivery is through an online campus. Students log into the campus where they see, and I'll show you some screenshots, where they see what is at their service. Our activities include, which is 8 hours per week, include about 2 hours of live sessions, what we call a master class given by a professor somewhere or an industry expert somewhere, followed by about 6 hours of self-study, for which we provide books, for which we provide videos, for which we provide tests, sample tests, assignments, examples, so that all of this can be done with this weekly rhythm of 8 hours per week altogether. We've tried to do the best that technology can bring to the educational sector in doing that. Okay, so we are not only addressing the technology of the financial sector in terms of the focal point of our program, we also try to bring technology to the training aspects of this. And we have people from just about every time zone, and we organize things so that everybody can work on this program according to their availability, according to their busy schedule, and wherever in the world they are. The online campus includes all of the material, but it also includes a way for participants to network with each other. We believe this is very important. We believe that today you learn from this, one-directional activity as teaching has traditionally been, but you also learn a lot by interacting with each other, by knowing people in different industries, in different countries, different approaches. And we also try to bring that to the campus. We want the campus to be a social network for the people that participate in our program. Each level and each module contains courses. Each course contains manuals and books, everything organized so that through this weekly rhythm, participants can go through what is needed and achieve the goals that we set for the program. Here you have 3 names, which you can also find on the website. I am Professor Luis Seco. You can reach out to me on my email address there. Google knows my email address very well too. If you just write my name, you'll be directed to that. Professor Rudi Zacks is my partner in Germany. He is a professor at the Technical University of Munich, and you can reach out to him at that email address. This video is being recorded and will be posted. You can share it with your colleagues, You can rewind it and watch it again. And finally, Dr. Maite Quintanilla is the FIT program director. You can also approach her with questions about this program. So this is the end of my brief presentation. What I would like to do now is open the floor and see if there are any questions that I can address from anybody participating in this session today. The floor is now yours.
Professor Lewis.
Hi, Lucas.
I would like to ask about the exact date for level 1 program. And is it online or in person?
Everything is online. Everything is online. We have participants. I think the first time we launched this a year ago, we had participants from 13 countries, and everybody participates from a different place. The next cohort will start at the end of May. If you're interested in this, please apply online. I'll put on the chat. You probably have it already, but I'll put on the chat the website. There's an application, a very simple application form. We just want to know, who you are and your CV, and that will give us an indication if your preparation is adequate for the program. The next cohort will start at the end of May. So you have time to enroll if you're interested. Talk to your company, talk to your supervisors, and we'll be happy to help you in that process. So the next cohort will start at the end of May. We expect to have a new cohort every 6 months. So the next one will be after the summer, probably towards the end of the year. Good question. Any other questions?
I've been muted.
We're muted.
We're muted. What is the pass rate for the certificate?
The pass rate for the exam is very high. Not everybody passes it. We do enforce a quality control, but I have to say that the real filter for this program is in the admissions process, not in the exam. Our intent is that if the right people, if people with the right background come into the program, we want to help them go through the program. We follow the university model, not some of the other certification models. In the university network, at least in North America, as you know, the difficulty is in being admitted. Once you're admitted, the university does all we can. We do all we can to get our students to go through the ranks. I would say right now the passing rate is high as about 80%, perhaps. I should do that multiplication more carefully, but it's about that. The filter is at the beginning. That's why we have an application process. Not everybody is admitted. You don't just sign up. You have to apply, and if we think the program is right for you, then the probability that you pass is very high. If we think the program is not right for you, then we would encourage you to not be part of our program.
Can you explain the different levels? I saw you have level 1, level 2, level 3. Do you have to complete level 1 to get to level 3? How does that go?
Okay, so I cannot hear you very well, but I think you're asking me questions about the curriculum, right? About the different levels?
Levels. Do you have to complete level 1 before going to level 3?
Right. Yes. So you have to complete level 1 before you go to level 2. You have to complete level 2 before you go to level 3. And each level has some employment requirements. For level 1, they're very minor. We do want people that go into level 2 to have at least, I think it's a year worth of experience. So it's a professional program. Level 1 is an introductory one, but for level 3 we expect the participants to, in addition to have passed levels 1 and 2, to also have 2 years worth of work experience. I have to say everybody who's been so far in the program was already employed, is already satisfies those. But we know that as the program grows and new people will join, there will be an interest in the younger participants to come in, and they're very welcome into level 1. Level 2 and 3 will be are more advanced, and they will have additional employment requirements.
But is passing level 1 and 2 a prerequisite for level 3?
Yes, that's right. So passing level 1 and level 2 is a prerequisite for level 3. That's right.
Professor, is there a test out option if you are already aware of like certain things in level 1?
Sorry, say that question again.
Is there a test out option to like expedite attaining this requirement if you have already knowledge of like many of the things in level 1 and 2?
Okay, so the answer is no, but let me explain to you why. Okay, a lot of the people who participate in the program already know a lot, already have knowledge of the different areas, and not every week they learn something new. We know that. We do want everybody to go through the whole content for two reasons. First, there is no requirement that you attend every class. People attend if they can. If they cannot, they don't. So there is no hardship in the fact that you have to go through the material. The material, material which is new to you, you will spend more time, and material which you already know, you just maybe even skip it if you are very good at it. But we still want to continue with that rhythm so that everybody goes together, because we want to foster that community aspect of the program. We do want everybody to work with everybody else. So, for example, if you're very strong on the contents of level 1, instead of spending 8 hours per week, you may spend 2 hours per week on average, which is totally fine. No participation is required. And that's the way you would go through this. And then you can go to the exam with a lot of comfort that you're very strong in all of the topics. Yes, is my answer clear? Is the reasoning clear? Because it's the reasoning that I would like you to understand, not just the technical details.
Makes sense.
Yes, it is good. It gives rise to a better experience, as if everybody does their own thing, and then you just aim to finish faster. That would not be conducive to the community value that we see is being built through the program.
And is this meant to be more of like just a survey of these topics, or is it like in-depth enough that you'd expect someone who's done this to be able to actually like sit in a seat and perform the role associated with like the topics that they've completed? Sorry,
I hear you with a little bit of an echo, and I don't know if that's pretty. Can you say that again? It looks like a very interesting question. Can you say it again?
Yes. My question was whether this is meant to be just kind of like a survey of these topics, or is the expectation that it's in-depth enough that someone could actually like take on a role, that requires, for example, like financial engineering and do model pricing, like options pricing and modeling and stuff like that.
Right. It is in depth. It is in depth. Of course, we are aware that very good question, by the way. It is in depth. We are aware that we are being very broad in everything we cover here. So we don't expect anybody to be an expert on any of these topics. However, we do go quite deep into some of these themes. For example, we have a Python bootcamp in the middle of level 1, because that is followed by the creation of specific deliverables. And just to give you a sense of accomplishment, the business case that was developed at the end of level 1 by the first cohort was extremely interesting. The business case they were asked to deliver is to look at the impact of the different climate scenarios into the volatility of the stock markets, for example, right? And this required quite a bit of work for a couple of weeks, gathering data, analyzing numbers, and then providing results. So although, many of the participants are not in that space, it was a very good exercise for them to learn how to put into practice some of the things that were learned in class. So it is not just a theoretical exercise. We do want the program to be very practical, very useful. And I have to say, I mentioned it earlier, it's time to repeat it, that the design of this program has been done not by academics, but by academics such as myself in partnership with companies. We have 10 industrial sponsors, and we have done what they thought was adequate for their employees. So we want this to be not just a survey, we want this to be a hands-on experience so that everybody walks out of this with real value add. That's a good question, very good question. And it goes to the heart as to how this program was developed the way it was. We want knowledge that is actionable. Mm-hmm.
Can you also share a more detailed syllabus for each section?
Sorry, say that. Repeat that.
And more detailed syllabus of each topic, like what we're going to cover in those classes.
What we cover in each level?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, good question. So level 1, which is the introductory level, you can see some of the names here. You can see my screen. Maybe I make it. Is it clear enough? My screen? Maybe that's a bit more clear. So we start with mathematical foundations of digital finance. For many participants, this is something they already know. We spent 3 weeks on this, and many of them they already know. And then, of course, this is very light. But others, they want, maybe they saw this a long time ago, they want to have a recap. Sometimes they may have seen that in a very dry context. So in our case, it all comes to life, and they like this very live approach. So it's a quite popular, but it is some basic analysis of math. Then we go into data modeling, both dynamic as well as static. We have computational data science, and then we get into optimization and machine learning. As you know, these days it's all about optimizing everything. So we have a very careful treatment of what these processes are, and we end with the Python bootcamp. And you see now that you have the Python knowledge and you know how to create your Jupyter notebooks and this and that, then all of this is very good to create practical applications. And we spend a week, 8 hours on that. And then we move to the more financial aspects of the program: financial economics, financial engineering, investment management, and we end with the lab project. So that's level 1. And then you can see the duality of technology and finance. When you go to level 2, what you have is more advanced computational engineering, more advanced dynamic data modeling, and computational data science, machine learning at a more advanced level, to be followed by the more advanced aspects of financial engineering and investment management, as well as the introduction of financial risk management. So we spend quite a bit of time on financial risk management then at level 2. And then in level 3, you can see that we start dealing with some of the most current topics, the most advanced topics of cybersecurity, blockchains, regulation and compliance from a technology point of view, and so on and so forth. Okay.
Thank you, Luis. So at time, so most people have left the room here. But can you please send us the recording so we can send it out as well?
Yes. So what we do is this will be posted on YouTube, so it can be watched again on YouTube, and the presentation and everything will be available also. So we'll circulate the links to the YouTube video. You can actually see the YouTube presentation of a month ago also, if you want to see, maybe different questions and different answers. All of this will be posted, and we'll share it with the whole group. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. We'll get back to you about the next cohort for end of May.
Fantastic. That's great. Thank you very much. Very good to see everybody.
All right.
Very good. Bye-bye.
Luis, I have one more question.
Yes, of course.
For
Lucas,
the networking event you mentioned, is it just between the students, or is it also with the sponsoring companies?
The networking event is with everybody. The sponsoring companies are there, and the students are there, and the professors are there, and some friends are there too.
That's perfect. It's also online, right?
We do online. We also do in person. We have done so far 2 in Germany, and the third one is actually happening in Madrid at the end of this month. So wherever we have high numbers of participants, we try to do events in person. I've also done another one in Frankfurt, and yeah, so we are very seriously aiming to the promotion of the community, the FIT community.
Is there going to be any sessions in Toronto soon?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Is there going to be any session in Toronto soon?
Yes, there will be, we expect to do 2 in North America shortly, 1 in Toronto very shortly, and another 1 in Miami, probably towards the end of the year.
And Professor, where can we find the application process information?
It's on the website. You have it on the chat, fit-center.com.
There's only a link, but there's to upload a resume or stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. That's
Okay,
all you have to do. Just make sure that you have the right email address. It all starts from there. This is not a very heavy process. This is not like when you apply. If you apply to the University of Toronto, you will see that you have to submit a lot of different things. This is much easier. Just follow that, and that's all we require at this time.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Very good. Great. So thank you everybody for joining us today, and reach out to me. My email and my name and my phone number even are very public. Just reach out to me and I'll be happy to talk to everybody. Okay.